Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today I am going to unlock Tainted Samson, which I haven't done yet, right? Right, I haven't done that. Yeah, we're doing that. Tainted Samson. We're gonna fight the beast as Samson. I forget how much health you start with, but taking damage is usually a good idea as this character. To the point where I kind of regret picking up that soul heart right now, but hopefully that's gonna be okay. We got that extra point of damage for taking a little bit of damage there. All we have to concern ourselves with right now is speaking for one, and also, of course, trying to find a trinket and remembering to place it in the correct position for the purposes of unlocking the character. Alternatively, we could technically find a cracked key in a shop from time to time, and it could probably drop from enemies as well. But I am just going to make the assumption that that is an unlikely event to occur. So let's for now just go for the old trinket route instead. And hope that we remember that I'm going for the beast as well. That is, yeah, it's my only concern really. It is an easily forgettable thing at the end of the day. Because it is just one of those weird things that you specifically need to do for this route. And once something is specific to one route, once it's an action that you specifically have to do, it's so easy to forget. Unless with the mother route, of course, where it's just such a ridiculously different path that you're taking that it's kind of put right in your face, I suppose. Alright, baby plum. I guess I could just take the active item. I haven't taken the active item in a while, but that's not terrible. Just gonna hang out near some poops and hope that Plum doesn't deal any damage to me. So far things are working out. And any second now, this fight will be over. And everyone will be pleased. Hopefully we can get a couple more consumables on this floor before we move on. One of which being a trinket, of course, that would be ideal, but I'm not exactly expecting that. But I will take that. We could go for the secret room as well, which probably is over here, depending on what the rest of this floor looks like. The item room I'll skip. I don't know how many of those I'm gonna skip this time around, but I would like to take this on the way back. Having that planetarium chance be slightly raised is just a nice little thing. I have to imagine the secret room is over there, because I'd be very surprised if it isn't. And there you go. Ooh, a golden poop, not terrible. Could give us a trinket, could give us a bunch of money instead. And a luck up, which is not immediately terrible either. What do we got in here again? We could get one more bomb to blow up all those shopkeepers, because there was one with potentially 5 coins in his face, and that would be lovely. And we effectively got our money back, which is fair enough, I suppose. With that, I will simply move on to the next floor. I think we're at 2.5 hearts and half of a soul heart right now in terms of health. I'm hoping that is still correct. Not sure if I should be going for devil deals or angel rooms. But I don't mind either way. Having brimstone for the beast is really nice. I would love to have that. I guess I'll probably skip this item room as well, unless there is a planetarium on this floor, I guess. At that point, I might as well just enter every item room that I find. But with Curse to the Blind, I'd rather not take the risk. Plus, we also don't have any way to get into this item room right now. So that also makes it a little bit more tempting. Well, I guess I could just bomb into that key and then call it a day, but meh. I'm just gonna leave all of this alone for now. And hopefully we can get a planetarium that way. Would be nice. Haven't seen a planetarium in a while, and I'd like to see some of those interesting items pop up from time to time. Tempted to get that gray chest over there, especially with the bomb being right there as well. But if we can get flight from our devil deal, then it is a little bit more tempting to not use a bomb instead and to just fly there. So for now, that is going to be the game plan. We have plenty of money to play with. I'm gonna see what's in this direction before going into the big room. And that's not a terrible idea. I'm tempted to take a little bit of damage just to speed up the process a bit, because it is costing me several hits to actually clear out these little poops right now. Getting a lot of money, actually. So probably just going to visit my shop on this floor instead of the item room. Just for the sake of increasing that planetarium chance, but also potentially just buying a bunch of useful stuff. And we got another key anyway, so technically I still have the choice, but don't worry about it. There is a soul heart in there, and a red heart as well. The red heart is interesting because I'm a little bit tempted by the sacrifice room again. It has been a bit of a motif the last couple of runs to go for the sacrifice room, but I'd argue that it has also been working out rather well. I'm actually going to use the plum flute there. Hopefully clear out a bunch of stuff that way. I think it ended up doing decent amounts of damage, although I did end up taking a little bit of damage myself as well, which is not ideal. I would like to have some sort of soul heart available for the devil deal after all, so I might just buy that right now. There is... I'm actually just going to bomb into this in case it contains red hearts, because I'm tempted... Yeah, I'm actually very tempted by the sacrifice room right now. The curse room also, actually, thinking about it, is probably not a terrible idea, although that was not amazing. There is half a red heart over here, and am I really that tempted by the sacrifice room? There's no red hearts in there, which already makes it a little bit less tempting, unfortunately. Don't know if it can be here, but I'm gonna check it out anyway. Was kind of hoping for something a little bit better, but... Well, I mean, this could be anything, really, so... Yeah, I'm not too bothered. The you can be protected apparently implies protection against... what was it again? It was like poison and stuff like that, if I understand correctly. I read it at some point, and I have forgotten. I'm not gonna lie, it is a distant memory in my mind, but I do recall it being pretty good. Some protection against some things that you might not immediately expect, so... Hopefully that's gonna be fine. I do like that a lot. It's kind of a shame about the plum flute because it is not a bad item, but Mama Mega is just so much fun. Have I done the boss rush as this character? I have. But I can at least like bomb into the boss rush that way, provided that I don't find another active item that I would like to have more than this, of course. And then there's a couple other things as well, like I'd have to carry it all the way there. I'd need to not get a devil deal during the mom fight because I think the door will close if I go into the devil deal and then go in there. Although if I get a goat head as well, then that's not too big of a deal, but that seems fairly unlikely. God, I'm not even going to be able to see what my devil deal is. Gonna do it anyway, though. It's a single heart devil deal, which means that it is guaranteed not brimstone, because that's 2 hearts. It's not going to be dead cat, because that's 2 hearts. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that alone, I think. I'm going to explore the rest of this floor in case there is a planetarium on this floor, but other than that, I'm not really too interested. A little tempted to do something with that plum flute though, but I don't know. Mama Mega is really good. You know? It is just... it clears the floor so well. Obviously it does lose its potential a bit as you go on, but same for plum flute, I guess. So it's like, yeah, that's a tough one. It just feels like a shame because I did take the plum flute for the first time in so long, and then it just gets immediately replaced by an item I bought blindly in the shop. So it's like, it's just, but simultaneously, Mama Mega though. Have you considered the power? All right, so there's definitely not a planetarium here, which is unfortunate. There is some poops here, which is not too bad. We are dealing some decent damage right now because of the damage we have taken. That's going to be a problem on the next floor though, but hopefully not one that's too terrible. Would have liked a dream catcher for sure on this floor specifically, but you can't always get a dream catcher, unfortunately. If I use Mama Mega on the next floor by going into the mother path, then it's going to make a big mess, so I'd rather not bother with that either. We should have a decent chance of a planetarium right now, 41%. God, I'm really tempted to just use this Mama Mega somewhere. That's mostly just because I don't like holding active items for long periods of time. Don't really know why either. I just like using active items. It's just fun to press buttons, you know? That's really the main thing. It's the reason why people play video games. It's just fun to press buttons. I'm pretty sure that's exclusively the only reasoning why people play video games. That is an undeniable, undisputable fact, and I will hear no... I will hear no opposites to that opinion. Not even a slight correction. I will not accept any of it. Not on my watch. I'm here to press buttons and have a good time. And not worry about the reasonings why other people would play video games. And if they would possibly correlate with mine. It doesn't even matter which game I'm playing. I could literally just play any game, and as long as I just get to press buttons, then I'm good to go. I'm having a good time already. And that's the kind of energy I like to bring into these Isaac runs. Just pressing some buttons, and eventually you get a screen that says you did it. And that's the game. When should I enter my item room? I've taken this path before, and it's not like it's been a particularly bad experience to take this path in the past. However, it does become a little troublesome from time to time. I would really like to get some flight on this floor, though. That would be lovely. We did get an item from my secret room, so technically we're already like at a decent amount of items. We got 3. Did I... I'm actually kind of drawing a blank here. Did I not pick up a boss room item? Wait, where am I? I'm in Caves 1. I should have 2 boss room items. What did I do? I'm not even gonna worry about it. Everything's fine. This is exactly the way I intended to play this. This is what you get when you turn your brain off for some of these runs. You suddenly make realizations that you can't fully explain away. But I mean, I guess on the way back it'll show up, right? Yeah, there's a decent chance that I just forgot to pick one up, I guess, but the one on basement 1? God, this is gonna drive me mad. I actually genuinely curious what happened there. If I just walked past it and left, like that does seem like a very me thing to do, I guess, but it just seems very unlikely. Fair enough, though. Let's just keep going. I'm not gonna worry too much about it for now. Instead, I'm gonna just continue thinking how much am I willing to put up with before I just enter an item room again. And so far, surprisingly a large amount. I could just use Mama Mega on one of the next floors, I guess, to... Yeah, I could actually just use Mama Mega in the depths. Like depths 1. Although when I'm in depths 1, I might as well just save it for depths 2 as well, right? These are tricky situations. I want to find my shop and buy a ladder. And not have to worry about stuff. That's going to be the plan. Hopefully it's going to work out. I think my super secret room might be up here. Or my regular secret room. I haven't really been looking around that much for regular secret rooms, I guess, but... it might be a regular secret room that's above there, actually. The room seemed to point to it, at least. I'm hoping that I saw that correctly. This is a bit of a sad situation, though. It does take a while to clear anything right now, and that is the downside of this whole strategy. I mean, obviously I could just end up dealing a bit more damage by just taking a bit more damage as well. And aiming. Aiming would probably help out my situation as well, but I will do neither of those two things if I can help it. I'd rather just have health. I think health might be the way to go to live. This could be bad. Nope, it's good. Very good. Very strong. Could bomb my way into that red heart. Could just get half a red heart from a flame instead and not worry too much, I guess. Yeah, secret room could definitely be next to the shop right there. So that is one that's tempting to try for sure. And we're just gonna deal with these one at a time. Dealing with the white ones first because they die a little bit quicker and they are making aim shots at me, whereas the other ones are just sort of living their life, so I'd rather play it as safe as I can. Should probably at least shoot them when I can, I suppose, but you know, occasionally you just don't feel like it. When you're on the hunt, it is easy to forget about the bigger picture in a room like this. But we're making it through. There we go. Devil card, not terrible. That is a little bit of extra damage during a boss fight or something like that. That is also not immediately terrible. It's just not incredible. Again, no good stuff, no planetarium, which is unfortunate. The secret room is very possibly over here, I guess. Nope. Okay. In that case, it pretty much only leaves this then, I think. No, that's not possible. Yeah, I realized that one a little bit late, that one was not actually a possibility. I mean, it does limit the amount of options for a secret room, but at this stage I don't really have the bomb to check many more places. But it is in one of those awkward spots if I'm looking at the map correctly, and I think I am, but let's just go. Peep, I will actually use the devil card against that, because that is going to take a while. Even with all that bloat practice, I still feel like fighting Peep with a devil card is more fun than fighting Peep without a devil card after all. Plus, it feels unlikely that I was going to keep that devil card all the way until the beast fight anyway, so I don't mind my choices so much. So far this fight is more or less capable of winning itself, so that's good. He's being nice, he's shooting more or less normally. I just have to dodge a little bit. Very nice. Very good. Pills. Right. We got Verp, which is not terrible. We got Explosive Diarrhea, which could be good. Bombs are key, which I don't love. And another health up pill, which I guess I'll take. I mean, why not? And then I might as well bomb into here with that bombs are key thing that I got. And I'm also a lot less tempted to go for those golden chests with my singular key remaining. Let's see if the shop had a key available. It does. Let's just take that. This is bombs are key again. I wouldn't mind that, actually. Moon card? Alright, I'm actually curious where the secret room is. Yeah, that's a place. I mean, what are you supposed to do with something like this? This is just garbage, but, yeah, fair enough. That is the way the secret rooms play sometimes, and it's just the way it is. We did get a lot of health, so I'm actually feeling pretty happy about that. Next up is Caves 2. I mean, I am expecting to get either a planetarium or just to go into my item room at some point. Of course, it's Curse of the Blind, so this would be the place where I would get a planetarium. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter too much. I would probably take any planetarium item anyway. Except Mars. Yeah, never mind. I just remembered Mars exists. Well, I'd take most planetarium items without too much trouble. But hopefully the game will be nice enough to just not have me worry about things. I can't imagine this is where the devil deal would open up again, though, once I cannot actually see what the item is. I'm also a little tempted to just buy blindly in the shop again, because I do have a decent amount of money right now. But I'm not sure how wise that is going to be. If all else fails, I still have Mama Mega that I can just use wildly, but I'd rather not, I suppose. With 7 bombs, I'll blow up some mushrooms. Unidentified pill, tears up, pretty good. It's my first stat up of the run with how I've been playing, so don't mind that. This is awkward, but not impossible. It's just a game of asteroids at the end of the day. And I have played an amount of asteroids in my life, so that should prepare me for rooms like these. God, I don't even remember the last time I played asteroids thinking about it, but this has been a while ago. I wonder if it was on just like an old phone or something like that. That seems probably the most likely place where one would have played asteroids in the last many years. It just hasn't really been in the people's eye, I guess. Mostly for the purposes that it is a 100-year-old game, but still, it is kind of interesting to think about when the last time was that I played asteroids of all games. Perhaps one day I will remember. It is definitely not this day. I don't think there's a tinted rock on these side platforms, so I don't think I need to bother doing fancy smanchy things with these bomb flies. And if there is, my sincerest apologies, as per usual. Don't love this. Surprised that didn't hit me, but I'll take it. Yeah, this is a little awkward for sure. Just trying to shrink these things in the middle as much as possible so I can kind of make this manageable. The last one's pretty far away from me, so at least now I can just take my time, but it can be a kind of spooky room if your build is 1 tier 8 uphill, I suppose. But for now, let's just keep going. There is a shop, which is not bad. There is a button that's going to lower the spikes in the corners. This room is still bizarre to me. I don't understand why it is the way it is. I mean, I guess if you have like flight, it can be tempting to just fly towards the button and then immediately you're in slightly more danger. But it's still just very unusual. Let's get that. Don't know if I like that, but simultaneously it doesn't really matter too much in the end of the day. I'll take this immediately. And we got basically all of our money back with the Justice card that I bought blindly. So all in all, pretty lucky. If you could just all come at a neat fashion to be somewhat close to me. There we go. Found a super secret room. I think I just heard a little bleep sound like I charged something. As if I'm charging Mama Mega right now. I don't know if that actually happened or if I just made that up in my head. I can see forever. Not terrible to have in your pill pool. Lemon party, diarrhea. HP up, speed down. Don't love that, but I mean it did increase our health, I guess, so that's fine. And the hollow is effectively free with... Never mind, you can't actually hit him. I thought that would have worked. Genuinely did, but at least it got rid of some of the worms, so I guess that's fine, but that is not what you want to see. Yeah, genuinely surprised. I didn't really ever realize that he floats, I guess, but I guess he does. Oh well. Still not the most difficult fight. The bomb got rid of one of them, so that more or less took care of the most dangerous part of that situation. Gotta watch out for his tears that he shoots on occasion, but even those seem to be just shooting randomly, so that's not that big of a deal either. And slowly but surely taking care of the enemies does seem to be dealing with the nastiest part of this situation right here. Very good. Now we get consolation prize. Didn't get a devil deal. We did get the speed back, so that is actually quite nice. Means the experimental pill isn't as dangerous as it once was. Don't need to go into my secret room again. I will just quickly check out a little bit more to see if I can find a planetarium with that 61% chance that I have, but of course it's never guaranteed. It is never guaranteed. Matchstick. I do still need to put one of these in my boss room. So while I'm at it, might as well do that with the matchstick. Could also do it with the cursed skull, I guess, because I'm not that interested in carrying that around. But it's good that I actually remembered to do that, because genuinely that thought had already left my mind days ago. So yeah, it could have been worse. Should probably pick up that pill on the way back up again. That's in my super secret room, but other than that, I don't really have many plans. Surprising. Hey, planetarium. Never mind, everything's okay. Everything is right with the world. I'm surprised I didn't take any hits there, but I'll take it once again. And that also means we can start entering our item room. So I could just skip this one because I can't see what it is, but I can at least go into the next couple ones. So that's nice. It's an unfortunate hit, but fair enough. Ice tears. That is good. That is very good. That's actually really, really good, so I'm very happy about that. Ice just gets rid of so much horror, so I do like that a lot. Stars card, latchkey with a luck up right there. My luck is 4, which is pretty damn good. Is that a luck up coin as well? No. But yeah, things are looking pretty good. If on the way back, I basically need to enter my item room for the first 4 floors, but other than that, that's not too terrible. And let's just check this out. Because the stars card is going to take me to the planetarium, which ultimately doesn't really matter at this stage, I guess. But also I kind of wanted to take that pill with me, whatever it was. Since we have Curse of the Blind, that Curse of the Blind is really the only reason I'm not taking this item room right now. Feels a little lame, I suppose, but it's a little bit of a safer strategy right now, I'd argue. But with that, if we for once can maybe not get a Curse of the Blind, I would be pretty happy. I mean, we have seen previously that sometimes what's in the item room is not quite on the way back as it is on the way forward, but oh my god, this is horrendous. There we go. That was, I kind of just trapped myself there, unfortunately, which is a great way to lose your soul hearts. If I end up taking one more hit, it is tempting to use Mama Mega, because that will clear out rooms at least. And with that guaranteed Devil Deal or Angel Room, it is very tempting for sure. I'm just gonna do it. I haven't given it a thought, and I've decided, you know what? Enough of this. Enough of this tomfoolery. Let's just do it the easy way. Might as well. There's the Sun card, which is obviously very strong when you have this amount of red hearts, so that's pretty good. There is a super secret room with some tier 8 inside. Very good. We are getting to a build. The Sun card isn't going to be as good, unfortunately, as it could have been, simply because we have to take that cracked key, unfortunately, but yeah, what are you going to do? Let's get in there. Creep. A little bit annoying because you only clear out one phase with Mama Mega there, as you can see, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Yeah, this is a little unfortunate of a boss. There were many other bosses that would have been preferable to this situation right here. There we go. We did slow him down with the ice, though. Did a little bit of extra damage with that. And we are closing in on the third phase. There we go. I was kind of hoping to get a hit in there, but what can you do? Oh, jeez. That's not what you want to see. But it ended up working out, I suppose. Ooh, Lord. I forget that this character has different types of brimstone attacks as well, which was a little concerning, but it worked out. And we get an Angel Room. Also an old bandage, so that's even more red health. We're just full-on red health build today, but that's fair enough, I guess. Also, if in the instance that there is a blank card, I guess, I will probably just use the Sun card at least once to get that unlockable again, but that is not guaranteed as all, as you can probably expect. Let's just throw some ice at this enemy. I was kind of hoping to hit him with the big ones, but fair enough. Could take this. Doesn't really make much of a difference, I suppose. And I'll just leave this inside the boss room here as well, just for the added safety. But first, let's clear the rest of this floor, because there is no real reason not to. I'll probably just use the Sun card on the next floor. Might actually use it in the Gahana. Yeah, I think that might be a better idea, because I wouldn't mind having a map there. Yeah, that's the way that's going to be, I think. But clearing the rest of this floor should be relatively easy. There are only so many things that could be a problem in a floor like this with Mama Mega, after all. Kind of a shame about the boss rush, I suppose, but well, at the end of the day, it's one extra item, and I'm not really too worried about it either. Arguably, it's a little bit of a waste for sure, but oh well. That's okay, it's a little bit of defense. Wouldn't mind a little bit more offense at this stage, obviously, but what can you do? Tears up. Well, there you go. That is a little bit more offense. That is a way to lose a pretty substantial amount of coins in your donation machine. And starter deck is really, really good, because that means that I think I can take both the Sun card and the cracked key upwards. And that is obviously really, really nice, because that gives me a lot of health to work with against the beast fight. So I'm pretty happy about that. There is a trapdoor there, which could be good. If it is a I am error room, then that'll be lovely. It is not, but it is a miter, which isn't too terrible. I'm not sure if I have 1 or 2 pieces of the Seraphim transformation right now, but I'm definitely not expecting to get a third one. And there you go. That is the floor. We got some decent stuff in there, so I'm not at all disappointed by how that went. We got some of our soul hearts back, so that is obviously wonderful. Could have used that temperance machine a little bit to get some more money, actually, because now I'm at like an awkward amount for the remaining shops, but I'm just going to assume both of them are going to have greed and call it a day. That's how I'm going to hope that's going to work out. I am going to leave the cards here, except for temperance, I guess, or just pick up both. Also, I guess I still have temperance because I could carry it, is really the main reason. Kind of forgot about how that whole situation planned out. Hoping to get some freezes here. And the shield is protecting me from all the damage that these bones are dealing, so that is also a nice way to clear this out nice and safely. So far, so good. Ice tears are something else. They can definitely deal to a bunch of quick kills, I'd argue. I feel like enemies do die quicker when you freeze them than when you don't freeze them. I think there might just be a point where they just die or something at a certain amount of health. I don't know if that's accurate, but it's how it feels, and I mean, that's a very important part of any Isaac build, really. There we go. Just kind of hoping to hit a little bit more there, but the sort of Aquarius effect from the body there ended up dealing a decent amount of damage to the remaining enemies there because they just follow me around. So that ended up working out quite well. I'm hoping to find an active item at least, but hopefully 2 so I can use this school bag for something. But we'll see, I guess. There is still one shop over there. Probably wise to try and go for my secret room first, just to increase the chance of finding greed elsewhere than in the shop, but I don't know if I will. I don't know if I can be bothered. Yeah, this builder right now is a little bit precarious damage-wise, I suppose. It has a lot of defense at least, but that is kind of all it's got going for it. With the Judgment card, we can increase our Devil Deal chances, so that's pretty good. That is an active item, and not a bad one at that either. So that's actually like a really nice amount of defense. We can do stuff like this to increase our Devil Deal chance even more. Although simultaneously, I did intend to just blow stuff up here, so alright, that's not exactly the kind of judgment that I had hoped for, but I guess I'll take that, especially with the red hearts that we are creating with that old bandage. Virus, that's a speed up at least, and we can now run into enemies and have a lot more fun doing so, so I guess that's not terrible immediately. Should use the candle. The candle is a very decent amount of extra damage that we're going to be dealing here that is not dependent on my shots. Obviously, I'm dealing a pretty decent amount of damage right now because of the Temperance card, and it is actually a little tempting to keep Temperance until like the Dogma fight and then just use the bed to heal back up again, but I think it's probably better to just take damage from Dogma and use the Sun card instead. That seems like a safer option for sure. There we go. Need to find that Fool card first, though. Wasn't really paying super close attention to finding the Fool card either. Might have walked past it already. And I need to get some coins as well, preferably, so I can get that Soul Heart that's currently in the shop, but that's not really too big of a worry, I suppose. If I don't get that, then I don't get that. It's ultimately only 1 health, and my build is mostly red heart centered anyway, so it doesn't matter too much, but it is a nice little extra defense for getting that Devil Deal at the end of the day. That is an unfortunate hit there, though. Is it over here? No. There is Larry. Just having a good time. I mean, my damage is pretty much maxed out right now in terms of the blood stuff. So that's good. There is Greed. So Greed was indeed in the secret room. I don't think it mattered that we went into the shop first, I guess. Not really sure how that works with the Greed spawns. I mean, I guess you make sure that he doesn't spawn in the shop if you see him in the secret room first. But if I were to go to this, if he was there, would he have disappeared because I killed him in the secret room? I'm honestly not 100% sure. Either way, I got a large quantity of money there, so it doesn't really matter. That's another active item, and not a bad one either, actually. I'm actually just going to use one of these temperance machines. Just get a little bit more money out of that. And actually a lot of money because I keep spawning hearts. Ended up getting that. That is going to heal me a little bit. Heals 5 hearts, so obviously you know what happens next. We are going to lose 5 hearts and get a speed up from that afterwards. There we go. And let's just keep doing that. There's still plenty of red hearts here in the room. And that resolves my money situation rather well. And that's another blood bag. Yeah, we are going full red hearts, full speed. All sails forward. Good times strategy right here. We are only missing a little bit of health in terms of red hearts, I guess. But this is pretty damn effective, as you can see. Fire against ice seems to do nothing, which surprises me. But fair enough, I guess. Strength card, not terrible. Tempting for sure. Pins, not too worrying when you kill them in 3 hits. There we go. And not that exciting there, unfortunately. There is a sacrifice room here, and there is some red hearts still on this floor, but I don't think I'm gonna bother just yet. Let's take that strength card with me to the mom fight and just use it there, I think. Let's check out this room over here first, though, because might as well. It's probably the last room of the floor, and indeed it was. Come on. There you go. And at some point I was worried about money, and now I have 56 coins. That's just the way it works if you have a large quantity of red health available. Not sure if the old bandage pays out more red hearts when you have more luck. I actually don't know exactly how that works. I guess I might as well take this. Probably should have bought that a lot sooner. And that's another full card. Fair enough. Little tempted. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice that that's there in case I mess up my buttons, but I think I'm probably going to be okay. Look at that damage. That is a nice amount of damage given the build that we currently have, which is very little. There is a soul heart waiting for me later, so that is also quite nice. That enemy's not going to come close to me, so that's good, I guess. Unless that thing explodes, but then I'm guessing he's probably going to die to it, so that's fine. I've created a strange little barrier here that's working out. Did I get hit? No. It looked a little odd. It looked like I got pushed around by something, but then I didn't. It was a little unusual for sure. There you go. Doesn't matter which one of these I take. And let's get out of there. Open up. Very good. Very nice. Alright. I guess it doesn't really matter what else I take from this point on. I might as well go into my curse room here. I could go back for that soul heart. There's a lot of red hearts there. I probably should have played the sacrifice room thinking about it, but oh well. Yeah, I could probably go back for the soul heart, but at this stage we're not going to get another good thing, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. What was the good thing? Oh, I don't know. I've forgotten all my words today. I'm feeling a little bit lazy to try to do this puzzle properly, so we're just using this instead. And I immediately regret it, because it would have actually been kind of nice to have it here. But yeah, there's not going to be another devil deal. That requires me to not take red heart damage, so soul hearts are a little bit less exciting. Obviously, for just the sake of having more health, it's pretty good, but it's not the end of the world if I lose some health here or there. It's kind of interesting that the item still charges with the 4.5 volt. Like, the candle still goes up, even though I'm not necessarily shooting, I think, right? Yeah. Don't know if it speeds it up in any way. But it does appear to be just charging by itself, which is nice. I was actually not even thinking about that until I just heard the little bleep of my game kit charging again. And realizing how slow I'm actually charging things right now with that 4.5 volt with the not great build that I currently have. Any damage I take now, right now is effectively irrelevant as well, because well, I am just gonna heal at the bed at the end and get all my health back, so not really a worry. I'm gonna leave this quarter over here in case I can re-roll it on this floor somewhere. That's another sacrifice room. Let's just throw fire at these. Just sit right next to him. not be concerned about my life. The virus might have actually been dealing damage to that enemy, even though the shield was still there, which is interesting. I'll just get this on the way back, I guess. I don't know what that question mark is, but I'd be surprised if it was worse than the other items on show there. But you never know. But there is a lot of item rooms to revisit on the way back for sure. A shop right here. We've seen every greed, so this is not a greed. That is another candle. Which might be good, actually, to have just double candle. Could be interesting. Tower card and Joker. Well, fair enough. Guess I'll buy that and use it. That is an angel room. Angelic prism. Well, something. I do like the healing of this, but recharging it is a pain right now. Is really the main thing. I guess I can use it once to just heal up again and then see how long it takes to recharge. But otherwise, I don't mind having 2 candles. Nom nom nom. Give me my health back. Very good. It is good healing though, yeah. Even though I'm not really that concerned about my health situation at this stage, it is a source of healing that I have with a very predominantly red heart build, so it's definitely not terrible, but recharging it is taking a minute. But hopefully it is going to recharge a little bit more during like the beast fight and stuff like that. Obviously I won't be healing during the beast fight with the game kit unless I can eat the beast, and at that stage it becomes a little bit less relevant with the fight being over and all. But no. I have given it enough thought, and I have decided my ways. I do like the shield when you actually use it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go, I think. Let's go back up. Get those cracked keys, open the doors, kill the beast, have a good time.
It's gone. Just get over it.
There is the item room immediately, so that is wonderful. Don't love these enemies. But again, we have a shield, so it's not too terrible. Does look like they are predominantly attacking from a range at least, so it does make the shield significantly better as well. God, this thing keeps showing up. No, this is a different thing actually. I guess I'll take concussive shots. I think that's probably the best one of what was on option there, but not overly impressed with my choices that were available there, unfortunately. Oh boy. Trying to just stay away from the one in the other corner because killing things is taking a minute here. We have unfortunately lost our damage again as we've technically gone to a different floor, even though it may not look like it. And slowly but surely we're dealing with our problems. If I could just place a bunch of flames in this room, then I guess it'll probably just destroy himself in the end. It didn't really work out. I do like how they get stuck on the ice sculptures though. And I should probably use the prism a bit more as well if I can use it to its best capacity, because that is pretty useful as well. This is a little bit of healing, I suppose. Might as well. And we have visited everything I need to visit, I think, so might as well keep going up. I think... God, I have basically forgotten which item rooms I need to revisit, so it's gonna be all of them, I think. I know there was one that was pretty late because I had a Curse of the Blind that I decided not to get, but I don't remember if it was this floor or another one. I think it was another floor. I mean, if I do miss one, it doesn't really mean the end of the world or anything, but I could use just like a little bit more of a build at this stage. Even though we have some good items, we also we don't have much going on for us right now. I'd love just a little bit more. Although I do have a large quantity of defense at my disposal, so that is making me feel a little safer at least. And the flames are dealing with a lot of my issues, so that is also quite nice. I can easily heal up with the game kit if need be. It is nice that the item room just showed up on the way there, so I don't need to worry about that either. This is a dead end though, so that is a little bit less good, but still manageable at the end of the day. Also, these enemies that just you split up usually, they just die instead with the freezing tears, which is really nice. Just saves an extra wave, I guess. Very good, there is a cracked key, should just take that. I have no real reason not to. Let's just flame that. And just ignore those statues shooting tears at me the entire time. There we go. I want to make sure that I just have a cracked key available at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter where I get it, if I get it early or late. These enemies are not that much of a problem if you can just stand in front of them and shoot. Though I did manage to take a hit from them, so that is a little unfortunate, I suppose. That was not the thing I intended to use, but I had switched which card was active when I switched which... I switched which item was active when I switched which card was active, so yeah, fair enough. Also, these enemies just are a lot less horrible when you can just freeze them. That's interesting. But yeah, the switch item and switch card button is the same button. They switch both simultaneously, which is a little inconvenient, I suppose, in my current situation, where I would rather not do that since I'm switching between several things, but it's fine. That's pretty good. The miter is still very active. I have gotten the miter a lot today. It's one of those days, I suppose. Need to remember not to kill these with my tears, or not with the flames, but with my tears, so the things don't come out. Does make life significantly easier. Flame this one. And so we have Clicker and the D4. What a choice. D4 is tempting, actually. Not gonna lie. But only because my build right now is just not dealing that much damage. And I know that once I have taken some hits during the beast fight, my damage is gonna be okay. So I really don't need to. But that is a terrible item room. That is not what you're looking for in a time like this. That is a nice little statue to block the way for those other enemies, so that is working out as well. And that is most of the danger gone. This enemy also not as terrifying when you have a shield to just block his attack entirely. Although I'm a little concerned about those tears that are shooting up a bit, because I don't know if they go over the shield or not. But god, look at this now. It's taking so long to kill an enemy. Simultaneously, I don't really have a reason to clear this room, because I don't have to go back to it. Nothing leads back to this place. And I'm not really interested in picking up the D4 at the end of the day either, so I think I'm just gonna, yeah, just bomb through that instead. And not worry about it anymore. There we go. Another floor done. The item room immediately over there. Always nice when it shows up on the path, rather than having to go out of your way for it. Hopefully this one's a bit nicer. I'm also hoping that there's options works on the way back, because I never actually technically visited those item rooms. Yeah, so there probably is going to be 2 items every single time, so that's actually pretty good. This again is not a great choice of things, I suppose. Hierophant probably would have been better to keep, but that's fine. Because this is it's fine, but you know, that's a full summary of how I felt about the items on display there. It's just it'll probably work, you know? It'll get the job done probably, but it's just not exactly the kind of thing you want against the beast. I just want a little bit more of an offense right now, and I'm not exactly seeing it, but at the end of the day, we're Samson. We're gonna be okay if we just take enough damage, and since I have so many ways to get my health back, like that sun card is gonna heal me all the way back up to full. The old bandages dropping hearts every now and then, which are a little fiddly to pick up with the during the beast fight for sure, but not impossible by any means. Provided you're just ready for it, which is an important part of that, I suppose. And I keep getting soul hearts everywhere I go, so yeah, it's not too terrible. I am still thinking, or rather I've restarted my thought process about that boss room item that I never got. And if I don't know what it could be. I mean, there was a question mark item that I didn't pick up at some point, but it was the first boss room where I didn't seem to have a boss room item, but maybe I was just not looking at it properly. I don't know anymore. Either way, this is a good fight. He's doing a lot of stuff with that concussed effect, as you can see here. It's taking so long. It's taking so long to kill him, but yeah, fair enough. There we go. Book of Secrets or Multidimensional Baby. That's gonna have to be the Multidimensional Baby, unfortunately, because I don't recall many other books that I've picked up. One step closer to conjoined, I guess. So that's fine. It's at least something, I suppose. Just gonna focus on one monster at a time here. With some luck we can use our multi-dimensional baby at times as well, but can be a little fiddly when you're having to run through the room like that. You just stay in one place, please. And there you go. Multi-dimensional baby plus the prism is probably pretty good as well, right? Probably pretty effective. I'm not even gonna bother. There is no reason to do that room. It is a waste of everyone's time. It is obviously a little bit tricky to use multi-dimensional baby and the prism at the same time in any reasonable capacity, but when it does happen, it does seem to be fairly effective. Nope. Gotta use that golden bomb when I can, because why not? It is very effective at dealing with those problems right there. Another golden bomb, sure. Yeah, these rooms are clearing pretty quickly. I don't need to worry about these becoming skeletons unless I kill them with an explosion or something. Well, the explosion would probably just kill them instantly anyway. So yeah, there's just no item here. What did I not do?
Where are you going?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused. I'm gonna rewatch that, I think, because I'm actually just genuinely confused about this whole situation. Maybe it's just not listed. Maybe it's just one of those items that's just not listed on the right side of the screen or something. I don't think those exist. But maybe I'm wrong. It's always a possibility that I'm wrong. It's a very good assumption in most cases. I do tend to speak just wildly at long periods of time, and then there's probably some untruths in there somewhere. Not always on purpose, sure, but they will still be there, even if I don't mean it. Very good. I don't really need coins. That's another item room, so that's good. Plus not the most difficult room right now, which is also good. My damage is 5. My tier rate is very basic. Well, that makes money more interesting for sure. Yeah. I think that's gonna be the way. Because I think that's gonna be kind of useful during the horseman phase, at least for the beast fight. Because, especially, like specifically the death and the green horseman, because they do have a lot of nastiness surrounding them that hopefully that item can take care of. Jeez. Look at that though. Look at the amount of time spent on clearing a room. It's a rough one. But definitely not impossible. I could also just use a Robo Baby, I guess, to really make fights easier on myself right now with rooms like that, but it's just not that exciting. Should probably blow up a couple of those pots, I say, as I leave. We're okay. We're okay. What do we got over here? We have a golden chest with some coins. We are full red health, so we don't need to bed. I say that, but I'm tempted to actually just deal a bunch of damage to myself. There is Tainted Samson, another great character. Genuinely. There is Mom's eyeshadow, and yeah. I guess one thing I can do, without really any repercussion, is to just hurt myself a bunch. And then just heal up. I should, I guess, hurt myself in this room, and then go back to the bed later. I want to say the bed heals you up to full red hearts, but I'm not 100% sure at this stage. Either way, at some point I'm going to stop getting damage, I think. That seems like a good time to... Yeah, that seems like a good time to stop, I'd say. Let's just try that one more time just to be sure. Yep. That is max damage. It is 10. Not the most it's ever been, I suppose, but it'll just have to do. Also hoping that I retain this 10 damage when I sleep in the bed. I'm pretty sure I do. And yes, I do. So that is going to be useful during the Dogma fight. And there is a red heart on the floor now there as well, so that's also pretty good. The multi-dimensional baby is probably going to be pretty useful in combination with the shield here. Whoops. Dropped another red heart on the floor. Dropped another red heart on the floor. Fair enough. Nice when the thing pays out, I guess. Huh. I walked into the tier on purpose, and then it still made the lines, unfortunately. I was kind of curious about that, but fair enough. So far, so good. kind of an annoying first part of the fight, I guess, since I wasn't in a great place, but might as well just drop some flames around all over the place. Another red heart drop. We are getting so many red hearts from that old bandage. It is kind of unreal. And I am very happy about that. It does make life a lot more easy. I was kind of hoping I can get away with that, but unfortunately not. Because I kind of want to get these multidimensional baby tears to be shooting as much as possible here. Because it is doing a decent chunk of damage right now. Okay, this might kill him if he's still charmed. He wasn't charmed anymore, I think. That's unfortunate. The charm is potentially so powerful. I still don't fully understand if it works the way I think it does, but I do feel like I've seen him effectively just kill himself with those feathers from time to time. And again, that's one of those things where I'm really not sure if that's accurate or if I just didn't read the situation right. But there have been some weird, quick dogma deaths from time to time that I can't really explain myself. So I'm just doing my best. Anyway, that's dogma done. We still have our sun card available. Very good. My tears are still pretty big, so I'm assuming that that's probably fine. Really trying to get the most out of that multidimensional baby and the flames as well, but can be a little fiddly during this part of the fight for sure. With the shield, I am a little less concerned about these tears as well, I guess, but also the flame is dealing with the with some of the tears as well, but unfortunately it removes the flame, so that's not great. Also, I think that I am dealing damage to the other horsemen when I am using that pay-to-play thing, so that's kind of nice at the same time. This should be safe, right? Nope. Okay. Fair enough. Was kind of hoping it was, but fair enough, I guess. Alright, so now gotta worry about those bombs that he shoots. I am gonna get rid of his flies there. And I might be protected against this poison. I'm actually not 100% sure if the you feel protected thing from the secret room item that I got protects me against this, but I think it might. I don't want to try. I kind of want to try, but not like a lot. The flies just being insta-gone is actually kind of nice, though. It does make the fight a lot more bearable in terms of trying to tell what's actually going on, so yeah, fair enough. The damage we're doing right now is acceptable. It's not great, but it'll do. I need to actually get better at using a shield, though. I am missing a lot of these tears with this. This is fine. It's fun to finally see the actual phases in an actual fight against these horsemen, I guess. Again, it's rare that you get here with a build that's not redonkulous and you actually have to play the game. I don't know why, I always feel really lucky when going to the beast most days, but yeah, fair enough. Took some damage there, but I don't think it matters too much. With that sun card giving us a full heal somewhere during this fight, I'm not feeling too worried about my situation. There we go. Not the most cost-effective way of doing this, perhaps, but certainly an effective one for sure. Won't work against these, unfortunately, but the multidimensional baby is causing me to deal a decent chunk of damage to death here. Need to not run into him, though. That is probably a good idea. They always say such negative things about touching death for some reason. And I'm finally now experiencing them. Yeah, I don't know. I think our damage is fine. We are getting through it pretty quickly. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is just Samson being Samson at the end of the day that is making this a lot more bearable, but yeah, it is working. Most of this fight is going to be not quite fought on the same height, unfortunately, so it does make the multidimensional baby a bit more awkward to use. But we'll just do our best with what we have. But with stuff like that, it becomes kind of impossible, unfortunately. But we might finally see some of the beast's other attacks, I guess, other than the sucking up flame attack. It's not guaranteed. I might also just forget about brimstone. That's also always an option. Not a great option, but it's technically an option, I suppose. But there is also a chance that it's just going to go to the last phase in any second now, and I won't have to worry about stuff so much. I'm not sure if I have a place where I can use this pay-to-win item. anywhere kind of usefully. This is... heal up. Apparently you can't use the sun card at the same time as using the pay to win thing. Might as well just use up all my coins there. And from this point on we have no more real healing other than the old bandage occasionally dropping a heart above me, or on me I guess. So hopefully we don't need to make any use of that, but it is still kind of nice to know that it's there. We have done a pretty decent chunk of damage to him at this stage, I'd say, so I would have to imagine that it's gonna go to the last phase soon. There's a red heart that I can't pick up, unfortunately. There we go. Now it's just dodging, which shouldn't be too difficult. We have so much health to play with. There have been some instances of pillars falling down that I'm not exactly ready for. I'm a little concerned about that happening on a frequent basis, but I think overall we're going to be okay. It might actually be the Robo Baby that has been doing that. But the Robo Baby just shoots backwards and ends up shooting a bunch of those pillars or something. I don't know if that's accurate, but not impossible, I don't think. Either way, this fight is going. This part of the fight is probably the most doable out of all of them because there's just not that many attacks to worry about at the end of the day. It may take a while, but we got there in the end. Very good. Empty heart has appeared in the basement. That is an item that I definitely remember what it does. I'm just not telling you. But that is another thing done as Samson. We have unlocked Tainted Samson as well. And with that, the run is over. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll do another run as a different character. And I hope to see you all there. Bye bye.